Alright, welcome back for the first time. I'm unreliable and something pretty terrible happened. It turns out the wire at the end of the back of my microphone wasn't plugged in all the way, so it looked like it was plugged in, it was kind of hanging in, but it didn't record any of the audio. So for this whole part there was no audio. I thought I could put it up just as the gameplay, but by the point of that, also this is just 21 parts in, so if we're going to have a mid-game recap, it kind of has to be now. It literally has to be now because there's no fucking audio for this part. Saying that, I'm watching this again for the first time in like a week. I played another 10-15 parts after this. I realise at this point that I can't win this fight and I'm probably going to have to just load it up rather than go through all this shenanigans. Really my big problem is that I was trying to head round to Altdorf, but there's going to be 5 or 6 armies I'm going to beat on the way. I shouldn't just be heading straight there, I should be looking out for those armies and going to try to obliterate them. Wonder why it took me so long to retreat. I wonder what I was saying. We'll never get to know. Hergrig is across the river, is at a river pass, so if I'm able to take that, then I can cross down, start heading towards Altdorf. Brass Keep up there's up on its own, and the orcs are at war again. Another thing I realised as well, I don't know if I said this in one of the parts, it might be in this part that has no me speaking in it. So another thing that I'm pretty impressed about myself with is we actually made it to 99 turns. I really didn't think I'd actually get that far. Saying that, we do have 75,000 favour as well, and we did save scum like pretty terribly. I think we've done it like maybe 15-20 times. It's really just because it's shortening down the learning experience. We'd be on like season 5, season 7 probably if I did just keep restarting, and I feel like we wouldn't learn as much and we wouldn't get to see as much either. So, and I think a few of the times we've done it is because we've accidentally misclicked and moved our guys the wrong way. So right now we're trying to work out how to go over to this city. We're trying to get both our armies over there without suffering attrition. I'm trying to move them as far as possible, but still with a quarter of my movement points left so I can recruit. I feel like I've been able to do it with that army. That's Shinji's army. Right now Shinji can't recruit anything except for the most basic units. The first thing he'll be able to recruit will give him access to chosen warriors. Kholek is probably going to go for, if there's another level after the chariots, that's the obvious one. I'd really like him to have giants or dragon ogres, but the dragon ogre tree I think is pretty far. And there's also Saragoth as well at the end of the dragon tree, so that's hard to mess with. My armies are close right now, but it doesn't matter because 1 turn attrition shouldn't cause any damage. That's another thing we realise as well. If you check down the bottom, there's a wee skull, so you can actually hold over that and it'll tell you how much damage it's going to cause. It just says they will be infighting. Also, but if you do leave them to the Giller for more than 1 turn, I feel like your hero units can lose half their health. You can lose half your unit to be honest, but specifically your hero unit can lose a big chunk, and if you're mid game or late game and your hero unit's important, that can really mess you up. I know I fight at least 1 fight in this battle, maybe 2. It was an interesting fight as well. I was genuinely considering just re-recording this part, but when I loaded up the game it was a quick save and I've already saved over it. My unit got assaulted and one of my allies are destroyed, so we're down to just 1 ally that controls about half the north, with the Scallon controlling the other half. I don't know if I said it in the last part or if it was a decision we made in this part, but we were going to head north, try to wipe out the Scallon and then bring all the north-south ways, but I don't think we actually need to. I think just causing chaos in the north, letting them fight themselves, and then us heading down to Altdorf means that the Empire should be obliterated. Right now Bretonia's already gone. If we can get rid of the Empire, then the only faction we need to destroy is the dwarfs far off to the southeast. So we just need to trail right across the world, obliterate them, then we're done. If you look, that city is worth 23,000 if we loot it. I'm trying to work out what army I move in. I've only got 4 Chaos Spawn and 6 Dragon Ogres. Apparently I have no chance of winning. I don't believe that. Yeah, we're going. Please don't fight the battle. Oh Jesus. Yeah, we're looking at Kholek's health, look how much he's lost. We're going to continue the siege and bring over that second army. In terms of research as well, that's another thing I feel like if I was playing again, I'd have a specific path I'd go down for the research, and I'd just try and make my Chaos Marauders as strong as possible. Chaos Marauders and Chariots, that's kind of what I've done now, but I'd magnify that. So we're going to combine our armies down, so we'll have at least one decent army to try and attack this place. Because I feel like 2 half armies doesn't have the same kind of impact as just one whole army. And what I'm actually doing is moving all the melee units into one and moving all the ranged units into another, so that definitely won't have any consequences for later. Seeing that bit, the idea of just having 10 chariots, or 8 chariots, or whatever number that is, seems pretty impressive, seems hard to argue with what you meant to do about that. This city has some interesting units. The volley cannon guys and a unit of grenadiers. It's got a bunch of halberds as well. So really, I feel like as long as they defend their walls, they should have been able to stop me. I think they just didn't put enough units on their walls and weren't able to just run about the city enough to keep my units about till they won on the walls. No idea what I'm doing now. Oh, I'm looking for Altdorf. I'm looking for the way around to Altdorf. We're working out if we can head south. So there's that city there, and then right across the river there's another city, and it's an empire city. So that means we're going to have 2 places to siege. I'm trying to work out if we can go up round to the north or seeing if it's worth our while going round that way. So another thing I was thinking about doing, and I didn't, and maybe I'm regretting it a wee bit now, is I was going to have this playing at like 110% speed, but you can just go on YouTube and put it up to 125% anyway, so pretty sure you're good. And we've entered another turn. The greenskins have started a war. I've not actually encountered any greenskins yet. They were a bit too far south for me, and I feel like they got bet. Hochland's got all the agents. That's all they do is have agents. Oh, that's Nordland, never mind. I kind of feel like Nordland should be a Nosker tribe, but okay. Scalling's still going about. Whitemount, what's left their allies. Oh, I think he just raided it, in fact. No idea who those guys were. More up war. If we zoom out and check up, we're going to check our allies now. So that guy controls like 6, maybe 7 regions. The other guy controls 8, maybe 9 with the looks of things there. I think that our guy probably won't be able to ever conquer all the north. Maybe we should... Well, I'm not going to, because we're not actually playing right now, and I've already got the plan that I'm going to do, and we've already played a couple more parts, but maybe we should have sent Siegfried. Oh, Siegfried's been killed. I don't know, it get a critical injured last part. So it's Shinji now, so maybe we should send Shinji north. We're realising that Shinji can only recruit 2 units and they aren't very good. Another thing is you can make your horde growth exponentially quicker with your talent points. I thought it was only, it could only take 1, it turns out it could take 3, so that makes quite a difference as well. I really should have combined those 2 units I've chosen, but I can't recruit any more. Same with my Gorbeasts. I can recruit them, but they take 2 turns. And saying that, 1 unit of Gorbeasts is almost as good as a full unit. It's not, it's a third as good, but you know what I'm talking about. Well, it depends. If it's getting artillery fire, it's less likely to get hit. And there's a bunch of different stipulations to that. We're down to only 68,000, and we're losing 2,000 a turn, so we've lost that 34 turns without conquering anywhere before we'd start suffering attrition. Assuming we don't recruit or build new units. Really wish I had more agents, but I need to get the building that gives me access to agents, so that's my own fault as well. Again, I really should have got that horde growth earlier on. There's something that I've learned that if I'm going to play as the Chaos again, next time I play as the Chaos I guess I should say. I need to get the horde growth up quick. Someone's leveled up in Kholek's army. Shinji's recruiting, and Kholek should be suffering attrition. Probably a bad idea to suffer attrition. I think this might be the 3rd turn we're doing it. Hopefully it's only the 2nd, but even at that, we're probably actually going to take attrition damage this turn. Scallon army still sailing about. We don't know if we can have naval combat yet or not. That's something we've still not actually found out. And attrition. I have no idea how much health he actually lost. Obviously 2 heroes. I feel like he lost maybe 500. He had 3,500, now he's down to 3,000. I could have just checked, I'm not going to it. Oh, he leveled up. So I have Exemplar. I feel like all my units should be 3 ranks higher, but I don't feel like they are. I feel some of my units come in at rank 2, so maybe Exemplar has to be used on the army. I have to be standing outside it and then click on it to use it. But I'm assuming it'd cost a fortune in that case then. I don't know, I have no idea to be honest. Apparently we still lose this fight, but I feel like I was going to say I auto-resolve it and then load it up. I don't, because I haven't auto-saved it when I look. I won't do that. I'm certain I can win. I know I can win, but apparently they think just because they're going to man the walls they can win again. If they'd done nothing but man the walls, I think they would have had a much better chance, but that's just me. They also have superiority with range units. I don't have any range units, I don't think. I think I might have 2 or 3 outriders, but or marauder gunners, whatever the hell they're called. Oh, alright. It turns out they have 600 reinforcements and I have 300. Oh, 'cause it's all my range units. I was going to say, I thought the numbers were relatively even. Having gore beasts in this army is weird. I probably should have put them with a ranged army. But just having any kind of ranged unit is probably good. I don't know where my reinforced army is going to come from. This is like the second city I've sieged. And I really like the fact that the cities are so big you can only siege a section yet. But kinda doesn't make sense that you only take a section and then that's you took the city. Also, can you not siege towns? Is it just not possible? Oh, I'm taking screenshots now apparently. That's how nice I thought this place was. It's like something out of Game of Thrones, so it wouldn't surprise me if this was some Valerian city. Well, maybe not, it looks a bit too medieval, but close. Even their giant cool ass gate, I like the fact that it's functional as well as practical. Look, that's actually steel that's over it. Or that there's steel under it and then there's something to make it look cool, that shape over the top of it. I think we're realising we're going to keep our chosen right up the back because we don't want to lose them, there's no need for all them to die. And all our other dudes, including that unit of 20 marauders, are heading in. Our hero units are going to stay up the back. I think what we might do here... No, we won't. I was going to say we might try and turn up the speed just for the battle, but again, if you want to do it on YouTube. It'd be weird me making this quicker and slower. Because even that with the audio then, I'd have to resync them, and I don't know how that works. I do, but it sounds like a nightmare. My Hell Cannon's a unit of 1. Is it really that good? So Empire gets like units of 3 or 4. This is a single unit. I kinda don't believe it does that much damage, and we also realise that large units can siege walls, and large units can break down gates. So you can just literally send Kholek in to smash down a gate. I'm also pretty sure normal units can break down gates as well now that I say that. I think we realised that towards the end. But it means you could just send in your Dragon Ogres or Chaos Spawn or Kholek and just run right through the gate. You don't actually need any of this siege equipment at all. It means almost certainly they'll bottleneck themselves. So I've decided I'm going to send Kholek straight through the gate. I'll put all my guys evenly up along the walls and we'll see what that looks like. The rest of my army's coming in for the back. It turns out I had 2 Chaos Marauders. Oh, I recruited them. I was going to say, where the hell did we get those Chaos Marauders? That's my giant ass cannon fire. It does 4%. So it's like what? Oh, 3%. Jesus. So it's what 34 hits it needs to take to destroy a tower. So it's not destroying these towers, and it appears the towers have infinite range. So that's weird. And they have artillery as well. Saying that, but I really thought that artillery would have been a bigger problem. It turns out it really wasn't. Same with mine, my artillery was relatively useless. Artillery doesn't seem to be good in this game. It needs to come in larger numbers, I feel like. I'll just do more damage, maybe, but maybe it'd be too powerful then. Maybe it's a fine line between good and bad. I've missed out a unit of chariots right up the end there. Oh no, we got them. That's a lot of chariots. I'm trying to count them. I feel like it's 10. We'll just say it's 10. And all my war beasts. I think I prefer playing with large armies when you can control them in divisions like this, where you've got a division of infantry, a division of chariots. Because just that many chariots is really, really hard to deal with. If you're an enemy player, what are you meant to do about that? So it turns out I clicked my guys to go over the top of the spots where my other guys were going, so it cancelled some of my guys' orders, I feel like. Maybe that isn't what happened, but that's what I'm saying. I think my exalted hero is definitely on a horse, so he can't go up the ladder. I wish I could dismount him. That's another thing I'd like to see, but I could live without it. I really feel like they should have been concentrating their artillery on Kholek, but what do I know? Maybe just weakening these units is the right thing to do. Has Kholek actually made it into the gate? Yeah, so you can actually see him right down the bottom there. That's pretty funny that he made it all the way down to the gate that quick before everyone else. His speed's 80. Feels unfair. Or maybe there should be burning coals or something being poured on him. Maybe there is, and it just doesn't do damage to him. He's still at 3018. If he lost 500 for that agent, then nothing bad's happened to him yet. It's weird that they didn't have all the ranged guys on the walls. Really feel like they should have had a bunch of ranged units, but okay. So this is when we realised we can send our normal units in to destroy the gate as well. Or maybe it's just our guys with great weapons. That'd make more sense, but whatever. We've actually grabbed these 2 units I've chosen. I don't know if we meant to do that or not, but we've got a unit A11 and a unit A27. My hero, for some reason, is just chilling out right up the back. That's the 3rd hero. This is Shinji Bloodletter, not whoever our guy is, our exalted hero. We really need to come up with a name for our exalted hero. I think that's something we'll try and do for the next part. I can't think of one yet, but if you've got one, then comment about it and I'll totally ignore it and then pick one for myself anyway. If you look at the wall, again, I had no confidence in winning, and they've got like 4 enemy heroes, so... Did he just jump up on that wall? Is that what just happened there? I don't think... Alright, whatever. Okay. It looked like he just jumped up on that goddamn wall. You should go back and review that. I might do it myself as well. My wee guys are still slowly getting up here. My great weapons against these guys, I don't feel like we're in the right kind of shape to actually beat them. Maybe halberds, but nothing else. Kholek's broke through it. So we'll pause, spin round, and obliterate these guys. That's a nice thing about Kholek. You can trust them just to run through a unit really quickly. Same with the Dragon Ogres, I suppose, but if you look at Dragon Ogres and Chaos Spawner at rank 8 as well, so we've done really well not to lose them. I think they've been instrumental in being able to do so well. If you lose them earlier on, our Chaos Warriors are down to 5, the very first unit in number 1. But if you lose your Dragon Ogres and Chaos Spawn earlier on, I imagine it's going to be really hard to actually succeed. Saying that bit, I think we were meant to go up and actually fight the Dwarfs, and we never did. We kind of fell back round to the south, or maybe we were meant to head straight through the south, I'm not sure. Maybe that gives you a choice. But either way, I don't think we made good use of that. We kind of floundered about for a wee while until our ally was destroyed. So we've decided to try and move our chariots and war beasts through. We've accidentally told our chariots to walk right now, but that's okay. We're going to try and move our army out the way so they don't block them, and then get the war beasts up into the back of the city so they can run into what I'm assuming should be the artillery and their ranged units. Even just the idea I can get all these guys in the city so they need to come down off the walls to attack me. I can run my guys into them, and then run my chariots in for the other side. That's me realise my chariots are walking, and they're getting hit with artillery. Now I'm running them. Jesus, that stinks. That's a bad place to get hit by artillery. And my war beasts, yep, there they go. So we're going to move them up round the back and smash into this, whatever the hell it's called. Thing. Totally forgot what it's called. Artillery, there we go. I literally just said that a second ago and I couldn't remember. We'll send Kholek, our champion, and the Great Warriors after these 2 guys. Is that a champion there? Yeah, as it's a sealed hero. And hopefully our chariots should become that as well. If you look, I can't really see them right now. It's hard to tell where they are. I'm not looking at them, but our we're going to divide up our war beasts and send one after one and one after the other artillery piece. I always have trouble remembering the word artillery for some reason. I can't remember what one I clicked on there as well. I remember going, oh, what one was it? So this is one thing that war beasts are really, really good for. I like them a lot better than normal cavalry. I think with normal cavalry there's the expectation that you want them to somehow succeed where they can't. Whereas war beasts, it's nice and simple. They beat light ranged units, they beat artillery, they beat ranged units, they lose to everyone else. There. Or if you're using them as a flanking force and smashing it in the back and pulling out, I feel like they're actually able to escape a bit easier than larger units as well, but maybe that's just me. And the fact they're so cheap as well. I wonder who wins. A unit of poison war beasts. Well, I suppose the poison war beasts always win. They just poison you, then leave, and then eventually you die. Is that how that works? Maybe some regeneration. I was going to say a unit of poison war beasts or a unit of shielded spearmen for the Empire. I'd like to throw those 2 against each other and figure out who wins. Here comes all my chariots. I think we're just going to try and move our chariots right along the bottom path, yeah. Nah, we're going to move all our guys forward and then keep the chariots moving behind them and eventually smash the chariots through us just because there isn't any room. But that's okay. If you look, they have actually won the wall. Oh, there's a legendary lord over here. There's a bunch of guys over here. So that's a melee cavalry unit as well. Oh no, it's pistoliers. Why have they got a sword? Is that meant to be a pistol next to them? It looks like a goddamn sword. That little guys should still be pressing forward. Right, we're going to keep moving with the chariots as well. So I think realistically we might be 50-60 turns away if we actually end in this campaign, assuming we can make it down to Altdorf. Well, we're definitely going to because we've been safe scumming so far, so I'm assuming we can just load up at an earlier point and we'll try and succeed for there. But I don't know if we need to at this point. It seems Kholek's relatively unstoppable. Kholek's also got this kind of little chevron next to his image. I wonder what that means. Is that a rank? Does that mean? Or I don't think the hero units level up like that, do they? They actually just have levels. If you look, I also have 3 legendary items. Is that what they're called? Legendary things that I can attach to my units. The core beast on unit number 2 has a 25% safe ward, so 25% chance not to be damaged. The legendary hero, something happened there. The legendary hero, we lost one of the units of, no, we've got one guy left there, chosen at unit number 1. The legendary lord has like 60 morale, and I think Kholek's got the last one, and it's terror or something like that. I can't remember, even more terror. I wonder how terror stacks as well. That's another thing I'd like to see. Is there levels of terror? Because Kholek causes terror, and he's got a mask that causes terror, and I'm pretty sure he's got an item that will cause terror in a local area. So if you look right now, our chariots are just chasing these guys down. These guys don't have a chance. Doesn't matter if they've got halberds, doesn't matter if they've got a bunch of ranged units. There's just so many chariots that are going to get totally surrounded and totally obliterated. That'll leave my core contingent of unit number 1, or my Kholek and whoever else is left, to pull up for the south to smash in and help my whatever the hell they're called, war beasts, because I reckon they're dead otherwise. Oh no, we're actually moving some of them up and then letting the other ones go down. It's even smarter. We're dividing our forces, so that way we've got a bunch of chariots coming up. We're going to use Kholek's lightning as well, since we don't normally use it. We'll pop all Kholek's abilities. There you go. That lightning ability actually does decent damage if the unit's sitting still. It's to actually hit a unit, but I can do it at least a few hundred points. It's the equivalent of a charge for a normal unit, like, and that's just his ability. You can drop every 60 seconds. This guy's got a ability called Dirty Mole, something like that. It's a poison mole, gives him extra damage. If you look here, oh wait a minute, I was going to say we've lost our dragon ogres, we haven't. They're down to 6. We've got 4 chaos spawn left. Our chaos spawn have been, our artillery was destroyed. That was something we noticed just now. It's kind of tragic here. Get blown to pieces. Like, wait, what happened to it? So it's going to be our chaos spawn that are going to get shot next. I really wish my chaos spawn regenerated, but I suppose they'd be unstoppable if they did. I've took my chaos spawn to come out and flank those guys that we're trying to grab for the other side, and look, we lost on the wall just like we thought we were going to. That legendary hero really, I don't care what kind of hero he is, almost put us into the ground. I feel like I should have had everything down at these walls, or everyone down at the section of the wall I was at. Only attacked one section. I really feel I should have put a lot more effort into defending it. Kholek just ran through everything again. Kholek and dragon ogres and all those chariots just, yeah, we don't even need to finish that legendary hero. That's kind of tragic for him. So we can just end the battle. Maybe we should have, so he can't escape. I don't know if he runs away or anything like that. We had 800, they had 1,200. Look how many I lost, but out of my 500 I lost 372. Jesus, man. Our dragon ogres and other in Ferric Victory, it was really that bad. The AI was going to lose it, but so I suppose us getting 25 grand and the same way again. God damn it, we've already had that way. We can also hopefully, do nothing. I was going to say then we can raise it after it. I like the fact I forgot what was going to happen there. Kholek and Shinji don't really have an army. Maybe between them they can have an army, but separately they really don't. So I'm going to take some chariots. I'm going to take some units that Shinji can't produce ideally, but then I'm looking at them and I'm going, I want all of these guys. Shinji can't produce they two, I guess. I really want my gold chariots. If we don't have them, we don't really have an army, but, and he only has 3 spots. I don't want to give him 1, let him be up at 19, that's fine. Kholek needs to recruit some serious units soon. Well, we're also just going to have to merge down some guys. We're just missing so many that if we don't merge down, it's going to take us like 12 turns or something like that to finish replenishing them, and we're not waiting 12 turns. We just don't have 12 turns to wait. If we do, so many other armies will replenish and come after us that it won't be worth it. So the plan is to come out to a place where we can recruit, regenerate some strength, maybe head to Wolfenburg, or head straight to Tallenheim, and then round to whatever the hell it's called, Aldorf. We're at 100,000, we're losing 1,300 a turn, so right now it's like, what, 60 turns we could do nothing for. So we could literally just replenish for 12 turns and still be good. I'm trying to move as far as I can away, but still have at least 3/4 of my movement points. Really, I'd like 2 Glory Beasts, but we're just taking 3 guys with great weapons just because we need melee units. Losing all those infantry really hurt us. Not having infantry's hurt us. I'm trying to work at the maximum distance I can travel and still probably be safe. The only problem with this is, and I think we're going to realise it, and towards the end of the video, is Balthasar Gelt has a full Empire army and is heading up for the south, so he's going to intercept Shinji. If not after the next turn, then the turn after that. And I don't think Shinji's ready to fight Balthasar with his army. It only has a 1-stack army. 20 units, but only 1 army. 2-stack, single army, that's what I'm trying to say. And with all these agents as well, maybe he could be hobbled so badly that I'll lose this whole army, and that set us back quite a bit. It would mean that we'd be able to recruit Siegfried back, but Shinji might die, he might not just be knocked out. He isn't any kind of special legendary lord, so we could lose him. The Scallan are still terrorising our allies. I'm regretting not helping them more and more. Watching it in hindsight again hurts as well. The fact I'm going to have to watch this when it goes up onto YouTube also is going to annoy me. Ambush discovered. Anti-check. We've got like 40 seconds left, so I'm just going to try and work out what buildings I'd build for Shinji and for Kholek. So let's just try to decide if we're going to go and get the building we need 6 for that gives us that gives us Exiled Heroes, or the building that gives us 7 that gives us Trolls. Or we could just save up over here, and we need 6 population surplus, and it gives us 2 experience for all units. It also puts us on path to get the Chaos Giants, so that's probably what we're going to go with. We need 6 population surplus, and it costs 30 grand. We do have 30, so that shouldn't be such a problem. But if you want to see more games like this, hopefully games where I'm actually speaking in the game and it's not post, like, comment, favourite, subscribe. Don't have the mic plugged in correctly again for the next time.